Welcome everybody back to the Red Dirt Reef. Today we're continuing the build on the Mungatika 180 that I've liked to have been calling it because it just seems like it's never done and there's always something to do. But the quest for the sump was on and I had a lot of stuff to think about. Money, size, if I wanted to do a DIY build or something fancy like the trigger systems I've always wanted with the colored acrylic and all that stuff. But I stumbled upon this monster that I can't really even fit in the frame, and it is the Trigger Systems Tideline 48. I went to go order the 36 because it would slide right into my stand, and I really like the colored acrylics of it, and I like the fact that they're built like a tank. Everything's super solid, heavy duty acrylic. But I ran into a deal on the 48 and I just couldn't refuse. So maybe in the future when I go for my 300, this one will be plenty big for it. However, I did have to cut some legs off my stand and that was a bit disheartening. But it's going to fit. It's huge and I love it. And I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview if you guys were looking at Tideline or something massive like this 48. Well, it's massive for me anyway. I think 65 total gallons. It's 48 by 20 by 16. So let's take a look. Off into this thing, you can see that it's pretty large, and I really just like the clean lines of it and the white and the clear on it. But it comes down to, it's got three inputs here. You got 2 1.5 and 1 inch for your emergency drain if you're running the bean animal or some sort of modified Herbie. It's got this solid acrylic cover. And inside, we have 2 massive 7-inch filter socks that kind of clip into place. I like that for easy storage. It has an overflow and comes into a bubble trap. Seems to be the most modern design everyone's kind of doing these days. And then you come into your equipment section, of course, probe holders. So you got a nice little cutout for the flow, which I think it's going to be cool. I mean, the other sumps I've had, they've always gone over, and you create some sort of weird flow pattern in your refugium section. I think this water going through might help a flow with a chlorper or whatever else you want to do. But again, 20 inches wide, gives you a lot of room. And then you come over to this section here. Of course, it's adjustable. I think 6 to 9.5 inches, something to that effect. And what's cool about the Tideline, they make their stuff, they connect their trays to the water height adjuster. I'll show you guys. So when you adjust your water level, your media trays move with the water height. It's got some egg crate in there, but all that stuff moves along with it. Nothing too critical, but it's kind of cool. And there's enough foam, or enough room in there for some foam blocks. And inside there is some heater holders, which is cool. And then you have, of course, your return section. And some hose holders, all that fancy stuff. But I'm really excited to get it in. I just wanted to show you guys beforehand. I'm super excited about it. So I can't wait to get everything in, see what it looks like. So far, I mean, like I said, it's built like a tank. I mean, you can see the thickness of the acrylic on there. The clear is as thick, if not a little thicker. You can see on the side there, the welds are super clear, crystal clear. They're all fire polished and mirror clean. And it's not too heavy. Like something like my 40 breeder I built probably weighs as much as this, and this is probably 3 times the size of that. Footprint wise. Anyway, here's hoping.